What's going on, everybody? My name is Mario. This is a channel all about amusement park type stuff, but
mostly coasters.
And today we are at Hersheypark, the sweetest place on earth. It looks really amazing so far. We drove past Skyrush coming in, and this new entryway is gorgeous. It is so cool. Looks really, really pretty so far. I'm excited to see what the rest of the day has in store.
Let's talk about amusement parks, like rides and rides in the dark. Rides right here and rides all over, but mostly coasters, mostly coasters. We'll talk about all kind of things, but mostly coasters.
Since we're here a little bit early, we're going to get in for early entry with my pass. It looks like Candymonium is open. I think that's the first thing we're gonna do. Whoa, I like the lighting in here. I don't think there's anything coming out of the sky right now, but for our ride specifically, it was raining on us. Did it hurt you?
It was more just distracting. It was fine.
I thought it was amazing. As far as the ride experience goes, reminds me a little bit of Orion, actually. It feels like a baby version of Orion. It has a very fantastic steep first drop. All the hills float you out of your seat. Some positive G-forces and some of the turns as well. Really, really great ride. I expected good things from it, and it surpassed my expectations it's had. So super fun so far. Hopefully Javi doesn't get pelted with raindrops on this next one and she can enjoy it a little more. Next we're going on sooperdooperLooper, first looping coaster on the East Coast. Are you so afraid to go upside down?
Yeah.
What'd you think of that one?
Oh, it was fine.
It was fun. A good starter coaster, but the loop was pretty forceful, right?
Yeah, it was a good little loop.
I should also mention that I really liked the scenery. You go through trees, rocks, down by the river, and you also go around and through some other rides, which is fun. What are we doing next?
Fahrenheit.
This is like hang time mixed with Maverick a little bit. At 97-degree drop, I think it's going to be the steepest drop we've ever been on.
That sounds pretty cool.
I think hang time's 96, so it'll be a little bit steeper, and we're not going to have that holding brake slowing us down over the first drop. So I'm super excited. What do you think of Fahrenheit?
I like that one a lot. That one's my favorite one so far.
Yeah, I agree. That first drop was wild. We sat in the very back. Oh man, that was so fun. It was intense the whole way through, right? Like positive G-forces. A couple of airtime moments also. And some good laterals like twisting us side to side. The corkscrews were like not whippy and then they were like, wow, whippy.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I think I want to ride that some more. And now we are unfortunately walking past Wildcat's Revenge. It's been down for a few days. It looks like they're doing some work around the footers, which does not seem like it will be a short-term thing. Fingers crossed that it is. We'll be here for a few days, so hopefully we don't have to just walk past it every single time. Next, we're heading on their Wild Mouse because it has a short wait. What the heck?
I honestly maybe had more fun on that than Fahrenheit.
They got us on so quickly. I was a little startled by it, but we hit like no trim brakes. We went flying from the first second. That was an insane Wild Mouse. New favorite Wild Mouse for me for sure. And now we're gonna go on Laff Trakk. Say hi.
Please stand behind the yellow line. At the gates, please be careful.
The Laff Trakk was insanely fun. All the glowy like effects around like cardboard cutouts that are glowy. Suppose I'll just put some footage here rather than me trying to poorly explain it. But it was insanely fun. We didn't spin much. We did start off going backwards. Going down that first drop in the darkness backwards was pretty exciting. Very fun that a lot of the queue is indoors, so it's a good escape from the heat. Overall, a fun family ride that has a little theming and whimsical elements to it, so I really enjoyed it. But while we're in this little back section of the park that's removed from everything else, I think we're going to hit up Lightning Racer because that seems to be the most isolated coaster, so we're going to take advantage of it being back here already and go ahead and ride that next. Lightning Racer was very, very fun. The racing aspect was definitely my favorite thing about it. I've never been on one where you aren't parallel the entire time and you're like flying in opposite directions. So that aspect of it was super fun. As far as actual coaster ride experience goes, wasn't my favorite. The first drop was fun. It was pretty shaky, not uncomfortable for me, thankfully. So it was good, not great, but the racing aspect is what really makes it. Do you agree?
Yeah. Racing was fun.
We're really enjoying this park a lot so far overall. As you can see, I'm leaving the restrooms. There's a lot of restrooms in general, but also a lot of places to fill up your water bottles. Storm Runner's closed too, though, unfortunately. So, big sad. Now we're gonna hit up Jolly Rancher Remix, which is a boomerang coaster. Javi, what do you think of boomerangs typically? What do you think of that thing?
I loved it. I loved the Jolly Rancher. Dude, the ride itself was super fun. Those restraints make that ride actually really enjoyable.
Yeah, you had fun, right? You forget how like good and forceful and how fun they actually are when you don't ride them with comfort.
The theming was really great.
That tunnel, so close to our head. That was like the tightest tunnel I've ever been on a coaster. That was wild and fun. Lights through the tunnel, lights everywhere. That thing's got to be so fun at night.
Yeah.
But still fun in the day and not painful, so good stuff. And Hersheypark also has a small zoo that is included with admission, Zoo America. They mostly have like North American animals. So I don't know if we'll check that out today, but also a cool thing that's included with the park, as well as the water park is included that I also don't think we'll do today, but just wanted to keep y'all informed on what is included with the park. Quite a lot of stuff. Now what are we going on though? We saw it from the exit and you're like, we gotta go on that one.
A mine train.
Yeah, we're going on Trailblazer, the park's Aero Mine Train. And then we'll gotta get on some of the big rides, because that's what we came here for.
Just pretend it has a T.
What did you think about Trailblazer with a T?
Not as good as Trailblazer with no T, but super fun. And
very good starter coaster. Very pretty and green, yeah. And now I think we're gonna grab some lunch. We got this yummy cider. It's a blackberry mojito cider from a local brewery. We also got a new drink, this pretzel ale. Really tasty, huh?
It's absolutely delicious.
For food, we're having the Spring Creek Smokehouse. Gonna have some barbecue for lunch. What'd you think of the food?
Oh, the food was delicious.
I was telling Javi, if we went to like just a real barbecue restaurant, I would be satisfied with the meal. Amazing for a theme park meal. Yummo. Now we're going on the Hershey Triple Tower. They have 3 towers of varying heights and I think varying ride cycles. We're going on Reese's, the middle one. So that was really crazy because we were facing the other tower and we forgot for whatever reason that they're different heights. So we just saw ourselves going past the top of the other tower and we were freaked out. Both times we reached the top, like we flew out of our seats.
Dude, yeah, I'm gonna have like a bruise on my thigh.
We actually had so much fun that we decided to do the Kisses Tower.
Super fun.
Even more forceful. It was pretty much the same ride cycle, but just you hit the top sooner, so like you get thrown out harder. Plus Javi's like shoulders don't even come close to the shoulder restraint, so she's like flying out of her seats. I'm jealous. It's like one of the few times I'm jealous of her short stature. Now we're gonna go on the 3rd and final tower, the Hershey's Tower.
It's probably not gonna be as good, even though
Probably not. So far the shorter has been better, so the tallest might be the worst, but it'll still be fun either way. What did you think of the 3rd tower, Hershey Tower?
Oh, I didn't like it nearly as much as the other 2.
Oh really? I liked it a lot. It was not as punchy. Kisses was the punchiest, but the launch was forceful at the bottom, like a lot of positive G-forces. The top, still good flow to airtime, and then good airtime getting yanked down. It was fun. It was a long ride cycle.
And it was a pretty view, but I still, like, light years more enjoyed the Kisses and the Reese's.
Now I'm a little intimidated. We're gonna go on Skyrush next. They call this thigh crush. You ready for your thighs to get crushed?
Yes. Super fun.
That was wild. That was so intense.
Yeah.
We both grayed out like at the bottom of the first drop and probably a couple other places for myself. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
We sat in the third row and the first drop still gave ejector airtime, but every single thing was forceful. It was crazy. The thigh crushing was pretty brutal, but the restraints release before you get into the station. So you only have to deal with the thigh crushing for a little bit. Not miserable. Now we're going on Comet, the park's wooden coaster that was built back in 1946. So we had fun on Comet, but it was honestly a little bit of a disappointment. I was kind of hoping all the hills that it has, especially at the end, would give some airtime, but they did not. It was still a fun ride, but it was definitely more of a beginner coaster than a high thrill coaster. Javi liked it a lot though because it was smooth, and she's not typically a fan of wooden coasters because they're shaky or rough. So it was good, but I was just hoping for a little more out of it. We're staying hydrated too. I got this blue raspberry lemonade, quite tasty. Javi doesn't want to drink it. I think she's turned off by the incredibly artificial blue color of it. But now we're gonna go on the park's interactive dark ride, Reese's Cupfusion. 45 minutes later, brutal. It is shaded, but it is like cramped, so there's like lots of body heat. We feel hot, but the line's not even long. Like this is all it is. Maybe it's the most amazing ride ever, but probably just skip it unless you can get the short line.
We'll see.
We'll see.
It was cute. It was 100% not worth that wait. The use of like live action elements and screen-based elements was really fun.
It was better than I expected, I'll say. Like, it was more of a ride than I thought it'd be. There was like a couple little dips in there that I wasn't aware of. I think the aim was maybe like a little off. I felt like my laser was exactly on what I was shooting towards. Great ride for the kids. The capacity is very bad, unfortunately, but the ride is pretty good and great for kids. Next, we're hitting up Great Bear, the park's inverted coaster, so we're gonna dangle under the seat, get whipped around a bunch. I'm really looking forward to this one.
It was fun.
You had fun even.
I had fun.
It was smooth, huh?
Smooth.
I loved the intensity. It was very forceful. I loved going down by the water. Even the pre-drop I thought was a little forceful. That little turn before dipping down into the loop. The 0G roll is crazy. Did you not think so?
I'm mostly riding Vietnam's just concerned about smacking my head and like.
So you're not thinking about the elements,
yeah.
yeah.
Concerned about how good the ride is. I just gotta get on this ride to get the credit and get the hell off. But that one I actually enjoyed, and I didn't hit my head a single time. And it was like honest. It was a good ride. I had fun.
Super fun. Last coaster credit that is currently open. Still having fun. 8 hours into the day. Look, I'm wearing a different shirt than I was earlier. Slightly out of order since we just got off Great Bear. Right next door is Cold Cracker, the log flume of the park. So a quick review of that. Pretty boring, pretty standard until the final drop, or the only drop rather, which has an airtime hill at the end of it. And without a lap bar or seatbelt or anything, you do get tossed out of your seat a little bit. Worth riding if the line's not long.
Yeah.
What? We rode Skyrush in the back row now?
Way better the second time.
That was the most intense airtime on a first drop I've ever experienced. It's already ejector airtime cresting the top, right?
Yes.
And then you're halfway down and it just beats the crap out of you out of your seat. And then the rest of the ride is just bonkers intense. I think I can speak for both of us. That's one of our favorite coasters. Not for the faint of heart, though. I will tell you that. That is one of the most intense coasters I've been on. I don't know that I could handle more than like the 45 seconds it does. Wow. Wowie, wowie, wowie. Love it. We're ending the day off at the Chocolatier restaurant. Dude, the stuff looks so good. Like even just the drinks. How was dinner?
Absolutely delicious. Truly a delight.
Yeah, really solid dinner overall, and a good way to end the night. But now it's dark, the park is closed. Really fun, yeah?
Super fun. I can't wait to come back.
Good food, good merch, great coasters, of course. Only downside was like shade and heat. And obviously they can't control the weather, but like there was also some parts that were just like hot and stuffy. There was an indoor section of Candymonium, like a narrow hallway, like fully enclosed. It felt like 20 degrees hotter in there than it did outside.
It was like hard to stand.
We felt like we were gonna actually pass out, and everyone else had the same experience. So overall, again, really good day. Just one of the areas that could be improved upon. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm tired, I have a headache, I'm ready to go to bed, and like, subscribe, turn on notifications for more content, and until next time, wowie, wowie, wowie.